we go now.
Afternoons with Annie.
94.3 Radio 1.
She Slays, a weekly segment where I feature women who have been breaking glass ceilings. They have been setting new directions up for other women as well as men to follow. At the end of the day, we are talking about women who have been daring to do the unusual.
She Slays.
On the show with me today are sisters Tanya Biswas and Sujata Biswas. 5.5 years ago, they started a sustainable brand, is what I can call it. It's called Suta, and they've got 15,000 plus weavers associated with this brand. We're going to learn more about it, and of course, the sisters themselves. Tanya and Sujata, thank you so much for joining me today. A warm welcome.
Hi, Annie. Thank you so much for having us. Super excited. Very happy.
Okay, you did mention a little while ago before we started that you're like engineers and MBA. I mean, come on, whatever happened to all of the effort you put in that direction? I believe then you were in the corporate world too. Tell us a little bit about that first.
So both of us are engineers, MBAs. I think Tanya followed my track because I did that. Little sister, she followed. And to be honest, I wouldn't say it's, I think whatever you study just like comes back. So now I can look at my website without thinking I'm an IT engineer. So I know how the website works. I know the coding.
Nice. Right.
It helps. And MBA also is, I think it's so important. I understand business so much better that, both of us. And corporate taught us so much. The grill, the grind, and meeting so many different kind of people from different aspects of life.
Right.
That's only going to help us.
Right, absolutely. In these years of corporate training, and then to think of a social enterprise to begin with first, and then of course making it a profit-making company also, what were some of the ideas and thoughts that came to your mind that kind of convinced you that you have to go down this road?
So Suta, the word itself, the moment when we figured that Su and Ta means Suta, that means thread. It was literally like a sign. We felt, God is telling us, hey, quit and, start something. But we didn't see any impact of what we were doing in corporate. We loved our work, both of us. We wanted to see what we are doing, things we can do and actually impact the grassroots level.
Right.
And when we quit, both started meeting villagers, went to different villages and met weavers and craftsmen.
Oh, that's beautiful. We're going to slip into a song, come right back and continue this conversation because Suta also sounds very, very interesting apart from the fact that it means strength. I'm sure there is some personal connection with the word, with the name. We're going to talk about that too. Don't go anywhere. This is Afternoons with Annie. I'm in a conversation with sisters who've been slaying it for over 5.5-6 years now through their brand Suta, a brand that speaks of sustainability, and it also has more than 15,000 plus weavers working for Suta from across the country. So you did mention that when you came up with the name Suta, somehow it kind of endowed confidence and you were motivated enough to do something for the marginalized. And we are talking about the gifted marginalized who were being sort of sidelined. And so it's a very, very noble deed you have actually done to start off something like this. Tell us about the early days of Suta.
Early days was my home. So it was our bedroom. From then we moved to the hall, and there was a time when families would come in and say, oh my god, I have to jump in to reach the bed or the dining table. Then we moved to a garage. It was what, 175 carpet area that had shutters, and that's when we actually got our first break with Bollywood. I think that was damn cool. Then office and meeting the weavers was a beautiful experience because we didn't know how to reach out and how exactly to give designs. So we villages started working with two weavers, husband and wife, and there's no looking back. And started joining us with word of mouth because they loved the way we worked.
Nice.
The two of us and two weavers is how we started.
Oh, that is beautiful. Now coming to Suta, the name. Why did you choose Suta? Where did it come from?
So Suta means two things. One, it means thread. So what we do with thread, you see, is in Suta. And it also later we figured it means daughters. So yeah, that was kind of surprise. It was like, ooh, it also means daughters. And so whatever products you see on our page has something to do with the thread. So we have launched cloth jewelry. We have pashmina, which is also thread. So so suta means thread, and here we are, both of us.
That's so beautiful. I have to learn more about the kind of products you have at Suta. I understand fashion is essential to Suta, but yet again, when it comes to handloom, when it comes to powerloom, when it comes to the various weavers you have and the kind of designs you sit with them and come up with, I'd love to learn more about that. So don't go anywhere. It is Suta, and you will find it on Instagram. You will find it on the internet. Does it go by Suta on Instagram?
Suta Bombay.
Okay, it is Suta Bombay, but it doesn't mean it's restricted to Bombay alone. You can pick it up from any part of the country. Yeah, so do check it out. So tell me about the product line you have at Suta.
So it has saris, which is the most important category, saris and blouses. So we have things like fallen edging. You can get fallen edging done. You can get a blouse. You can get a sari belt. So anything to do with petticoat, anything to do with saris is there.
Oh, nice.
And then we have dresses. We've recently launched menswear. Yeah, and we have cloth jewelry. We have scrunchies. We have handkerchiefs. We have a mindful box, which has, if somebody wants to start a sustainable journey, can buy mindful from us. And there's loofah, which is natural. There are metal straws, brush, neem comb. So anybody, you can gift each other the sustainability box, the mindful box, and start a journey.
Then we have the home decor section where we have curtains, bed sheets, gonna launch soon, pillow covers, which is again coming soon. So a lot more in the home decor line. So
I'm in the midst of redecorating my house, so I'm definitely looking at Suta.
Yay.
It's lovely to see that all the effort you've put in, and of course bringing in more than 15,000 weavers across the country, may not have been an easy task. Were they open to the ideas you were giving them? When we are saying scrunchies, they've probably not heard of scrunchies, but you did get them to kind of get used to the idea and come up with better ideas with their experience. How was that a little learning?
It's a beautiful question, actually. And we haven't really answered this question ever, but then really, if you think about it, it's so much that we both learned. For example, they didn't know teal. Yeah, they didn't understand the colors. But then when we showed them, and they work on, now they have started working on WhatsApp. But initially, we would have to courier them the color swatches or paper out. So that's how we started early initial days. But they also had such beautiful ideas, and a lot of times they came back to us saying, Didi, why don't you try this? We let them design. Not something that we are telling and they're doing it, but we are building something together. And for us, we actually learned how to stay happy and content with what we do from them. There's so much soul that they put in one product. It's when you hold the product, you realize there's life to it. There's not just one product you're holding.
That is so beautiful. In fact, such important, crucial life lessons. And that's beautiful. You're bringing a part of that through your products to people. And don't forget to check out Suta. It's amazing. And with the work they have done together, they have won a number of awards, from Best Women Entrepreneurs of 2019 to Top Emerging Brands. Tanya and Sujata, you guys have been performing really, really well. And thank you for all the effort you're putting in. Most importantly, very grateful that you have been mindful of bringing so many people together and also looking after their livelihoods and keeping their craft alive, which I think India really needed. So let's talk about fair price. Let's talk about fair wages. How have you tackled this?
Fair price is what initially we started. When we started, we thought this is what's going to be. When people came to us by word of mouth, that's what we meant. That the moment first deposit their product, let's say they hand over the product to us in our factory, we do the quality check. Immediately the amount goes to the bank account.
Right.
Also made sure that women have bank account. Then the money goes to this account, because the lady of the house wouldn't have an account or wouldn't even think that the money can come to them. So we divided it by activity. So if they do something like a small activity like adding tassels or doing something to the sari, they also get paid, which is so important.
And also the most beautiful part is that because of the pay structure and because of word of mouth, a lot of other weavers have joined us, and hence we grew so fast with the number of weavers because they love the way we work together.
That is inspiring. Inspiring indeed. Are you guys ready for the quickfire round now?
Yes, scared, but yes.
Okay,
Bring it on.
let's begin the very first question. What was the last movie you watched on an OTT platform recently that you really liked?
Okay, I'm watching Downton Abbey, which is a series.
Yeah, you are. Okay. How do you find it?
Yes, I love it. It's beautiful, and I love the depth of characters they're bringing in.
Yes.
That's the series. And I watched Anne with an E.
Oh, that's sweet. That's sweet. Moving on, a little about music. Two of your favorite international pop stars. Tanya?
I love Coldplay, that band.
Sujata?
I listen to Justin Bieber. I know I will be judged after this, but then I
You shouldn't care. Okay, moving on. What's your favorite book?
I love Alchemist.
That is sweet.
I have been reading Harry Potter. I have been revisiting my childhood favorite, and that's beside my bedside table now.
That is so cute. Okay, top 2 travel destinations on your bucket list. Sujata?
I have to go to Bali because I cancel it twice somehow.
Ooh, okay.
And I want to go back to South Africa. It's one of my favorite destinations. I've been there once.
Wow. Tanya?
I want to visit Australia and also South Africa because I haven't, and Sujata keeps talking about it.
Okay, if you were to be a comic hero today, who would it be and why?
I would be Spider-Man.
I would be Wonder Woman.
Oh,
The
nice.
attires there.
Very nice. That is beautiful. Thank you so much, Tanya and Sujata. This was amazing. Thank you for the brand Suta and for also, keeping sustainability at the heart of it all. That is really the need of the hour. Thank you once again. And don't forget to check out Suta. It is SUTA. Sujata and Tanya Biswas, sisters who started this. Don't forget to check it out again. Thank you, girls. All the best.
Thank you, Annie. Love chatting with you. Thank you so much.